Well, welcome back to our live coverage here from the Bathurst 1000 at a place steeped in history and tradition. It is so fitting here today to add to Ford's incredible legacy in Australian motorsport. Now, last month in Detroit, Ford unveiled its 7th generation Mustang, and today we pull off the covers to the race car equivalent. It's wonderful to have support from our Ford partners here at Mount Panorama and for the big reveal, and of course a big welcome to those tuning in from afar, particularly to Jim Farley and all of our partners at Ford in the US. So let's cross now to the States. It's great to welcome a very, very special guest. It is my great pleasure to welcome Mark Rushbrook, the Global Director of Ford Performance Motorsports. Hi Mark, it's so wonderful to have you on Fox Sports for what is a very, very special moment for Ford. The Mustang is such an intrinsic part of Ford's motorsport history. Why is it so special to you, to the company, to be able to unveil this car here at Mount Panorama today?
Yeah, Mustang has been such an important part of our company. The most iconic nameplate that we've had as a road car for 58 years and racing it in motorsports for most of that time. It is the most raced nameplate we have inside of Ford Motor Company. And we race Mustangs all over the world and at great tracks. And Bathurst is one of the most iconic tracks, one of the best tracks. I was there last year, absolutely loved it. And the Bathurst 1000 is such a great race, great fans there. So to have this new Mustang appearing there for the very first time, just can't wait to share it with everybody.
Really exciting to be able to reveal the car at Detroit last month, but what an opportunity for Australian fans to be able to actually get up close and personal in a world exclusive with this brand new car. Particularly here, as you say, it's such a famous race circuit that Ford has had such great success in over the years. Just tell us how important Supercars is to Ford and to your wider racing program.
Yeah, it really is. A Mustang is the best-selling sports car around the globe, and we race it around the globe. So we race strategically in different regions, and certainly Australia is a very important market to us for selling Mustangs and Rangers and Everests. But to have such a great racing series in that market, the opportunity to connect with fans is really important for us. There's such passion there. Great to get the Mustang in front of everybody, the looks of it, the sound of it, and really helps us as a company to connect with those fans and customers.
Mark, just give us some insight into how Ford Performance works with Dick Johnson Racing and Supercars to create and develop what we're about to see here.
Yeah, first of all, kudos to Supercars and what they have done with the Gen3 regulations to really bring the relevance of the car with the looks, giving us that opportunity to translate the road car onto the race car and really share that, as well as underneath the hood, what you'll hear with a production-based Coyote engine that we have in that. We've got great teams in the series with the DJR as our homologation team, with Tickford, with Grove, with Blanchard, and next year with WAU. And we learn a lot from them about how they actually go racing. And we're able to take from our company the great studio designers that we have working with our aerodynamicists, working specifically with DJR as the homologation team. Great leaders there, obviously Dick Johnson, Ryan Story, but also the engineering team with Perry Capper, Ben Croak, Ludo LaCroix, to take all of that knowledge, combine what they have about how they go racing and what we have with aerodynamics and studio and engineers in our arsenal, take that combination to develop the best car to put on the track to help our teams be successful and put on some great racing for the fans.
It's a terrific partnership, and it's really special to have here today to help with our reveal a hero and legend of Supercars, but particularly here at Bathurst, Dick Johnson. You must be absolutely thrilled that he is actually going to be the man to debut this car on track here today.
I can't wait. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm just thinking about that moment. I really wish I was there. I was there last year in person. Wish I could have made it this year. But Dick Johnson he's a personal hero to me, a legend. Throughout the company, to the leaders of our company, the members of the Ford family, they all know what Dick Johnson means to Ford Motor Company. And it's a big deal to have the car there at that racetrack, but especially for Dick to be the pilot of that car around the track. I can't wait. So excited.
Mark, it's wonderful to catch up with you. Congratulations to you and to the team on the new car. We can't wait to pull the covers off. Enjoy the Bathurst 1000 this weekend.
Yep, thank you.
That is Mark Rushbrook joining us there live from the States. Well, it is time now for the big moment, the big reveal. So it is great to have with us to do the honours here today from Ford, Diane Craig, President, International Markets Group, Ford Motor Company, and Andrew Burkick, President and CEO of Ford Australia, along with Anton De Pasquale and Dick Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, please do the honours for us.
Diane, and this is an amazing moment to see such a beautiful car that has had so much work done in the background, in not only in the last few months, but in the last several years. A proud moment for everybody at Ford globally.
Oh, it's such a proud moment. It's so great to be here. I mean, what a privilege. Mustang's been around for nearly 60 years, and the vehicle is just beautiful. We're so excited to reveal it here at Bathurst. And, you know, it's the best-selling sports car around the world. And to share this moment with the teams, with the Australian fans all around the world is really special, and especially with our wonderful, you know, Dick Johnson and our racers that we have here. And it's really special.
And your first visit to Mount Panorama, impressions?
Yes,
what do you think?
my first time to Bathurst. I can't wait to spend the weekend here. I have goosebumps, not because it's a little bit chilly here, but what a neat experience it's going to be for me. Historic race, you know, in an amazing historic vehicle. We've got a lot of history here, and we're glad to be here.
It's a pleasure to welcome you here, and what a beautiful car. We'll look forward to seeing you through the weekend. Andrew, this is a proud moment for you guys. Again, it's been baked over a very, very long period of time. There's an enormous passion for Ford out there. We see it up and down and around the mountain. You must be proud.
Yeah, thanks, Neil, and it's great to be back at the mountain. We're super excited, and this really is a pilgrimage for us. It really is a spiritual home in terms of some of the motorsport. We've got a lot of great history here, so we can't wait to get into it. You know, best wishes to all the teams. Obviously, we want Ford to win. We're competitive. We race to win, and that's what we'll be doing this weekend. Look, Mustang's really important to us. It's not only Australia's, you know, top-selling sports car. It means a lot. It means a lot more than that. It really is about the fans and that emotional connection. And the beauty of Mustang is it allows people to dream. It puts a smile on people's face. It brings people together. There's Mustang owners clubs. So that's what we love. We love that emotional connection. And for us, it really is all about the fans and the owners.
And racing's embedded in the DNA. I've been in Mark's office, and in the foyer, in fact, you walk into Ford Performance at Dearborn, and there's Henry, and there's the old racer, and it has really permeated the company now for more than 100 odd years.
Yeah, and it started with sweepstakes, right? So we've certainly got rich heritage DNA. You can see the support from Mark Rushbrook, working with our homologation partners, with all the teams in what we've delivered today in the Gen3 Mustang. So a lot of work, but a lot of help from global, and we certainly need that support from Ford Performance. And we're investing in that also in Australia.
Like what you see?
Well, love what we see. We're really proud of it. I mean, obviously, you know, it's going to race next year. We're going to showcase it today. But there's been a lot of work going in this car. We think the Supercars team has done a wonderful job, also with our rivals. So we just can't wait to get racing, and really that's what it's all about.
Thanks, Andrew. Great to have you here. Jess?
Thanks, Neil. I've got our Supercars CEO, Shane Howard. It looks pretty spectacular. Your first impressions of the 7th generation Mustang?
Wow. It's a real wow moment, isn't it? To see this, Mustang is a stunning road car, but it's an incredible race car that's been developed here. Supercars and the fans are going to be so excited about seeing this hit the track at Newcastle next year. Obviously, all credit to Mark and his team, Ford Global and Ford Australia, for getting behind this project, and obviously DJR, the homologating team, for developing it in conjunction with the Supercars Technical. What's being delivered today here is very exciting, and we just can't wait for this car to go racing.
I know, well, Gen3 is creeping up on us, can you believe? We're in October. We'll see it on track, to your point, in Newcastle. I can feel the excitement building around here at Mount Panorama. You must be able to sense that with your team. It's been a massive project.
This has been a massive project, and obviously the teams, you know, they're racing this year and building the cars, and it's all coming together. So it's just an exciting thing to see a project like this, enormous engineering exercise, and this has been one of the biggest projects that Supercars has ever undertaken, and we are just so looking forward to it, to be on track, but also to see Dick drive this car today. It's going to be very special.
Certainly is. Thanks, Shane.
Thank you.
Well, let's hear from the man tasked with showcasing this car on track. Over to you, Neil.
Jess, it's a very special weekend for Dick Johnson because Dick Johnson Racing this weekend celebrates 1,000 championship races. And when you put that together with the brand new 7th generation Mustang, that's a huge story, DJ. And even crazier, your name is on the glass and you're going to drive this car.
Well, apparently, yeah, that's if I can get in and out, you know, but I think I've seen the amount of work that's gone into this over the past number of months with Mikey and Nico and the boys and Perry and them. They've done a magnificent job and they've certainly, it hasn't turned a wheel as yet, but we'll soon find out.
I was in your shop only a couple of weeks ago and I saw this car as a base chassis. The amount of work that your crew and the Ford Performance engineers and everybody combined has done to get it here to present this beautiful racing car in this state, it's been extraordinary.
It has, you know, and they've, as I say, they've put in a lot of hours, but that's what motor racing's all about. People put in a lot of hours to get these things going, and I'm sure that it'll be absolutely perfect when it rolls out.
Are you ready for a bit of wet weather action? Are you okay for this?
That's all right. We've got the new sticky Dunlop tyres, so we'll be sweet.
All right, Dick. All the best. Have a great weekend, Jess.
Well, let's hear from some of our drivers now. Will Davison from DJR, Cam Waters from Tickford Racing. Will, your impressions of the new car?
Yeah, unreal. I think anything that's Mustang, you know, has such a presence and a stance anyway, but clearly the design of this, I try and take the bias goggles off, and I think it's a seriously fat-looking race car. So, yeah, very excited, I think, to be the first, really, first category in the world to represent this on a racing scale is pretty special. So to see it here now in the flesh, we've seen it in bits and pieces in the last few months, but yeah, I'm pretty pumped to see DJ cut its first lap soon.
I heard all of them about the arm wrestle as to who's going to get the first turn to jump behind the wheel of this beast. Cam, for you, your impressions of the car, pretty special to have DJ out there in it this afternoon. You must be really looking forward to getting Gen 3 on track next year.
Yeah, I'll definitely be on the fence watching Dick drive it. So the car looks absolutely amazing. I'm just really excited to get in it next year and feel it and tune it and make the most of it. So it's awesome to have obviously people from Ford here supporting the program so much and supporting Supercars. It's pretty special to be representing the brand.
It certainly has been very special to unveil this new race car here live on Fox Sports today. Thanks to everybody who was involved in the unveiling, and particularly to Ford, to Mark Rushbrook and all of the VIPs who are with us today. Time for a quick break here at Mount Panorama. The action continues. When we come back, get set for a massive week of action right here on your home for Supercars, Fox Sports.
It's Bathurst week when Mount Panorama comes to life.
It's a supreme test for team, machine and driver.
Thousands make the pilgrimage to this iconic race every year. 1,000 kilometres on an unforgiving mountainous circuit. Every corner has its own story to tell.